Hey everyone, Big Pauly back for another video. It's Thursday morning, 7:42 AM, and I'm off to see Solo, a Star Wars story at View. That's right, everyone. Laugh it up, fuzzball. We're going to see Star Wars. So I'll see you down at Westwood Cross for lots of Wookiee action. So we're down at View, and I have never seen the car park so empty. Except one little lone bloke waiting outside for the doors to open, which won't happen for about another half an hour. Yes, so I'm down here a little bit earlier, but I wanted to get here on time. I know I've got a Cineworld in Dover, but there's nothing like a View experience. So brilliant. I can't wait. So let's have a little chat about the film before we go in. So what the original directors chosen for this film were Phil Lord and Christopher Miller, wasn't it? And they were sacked because of creative differences or too much comedy element. So I think Kathleen Kennedy said bugger off. And Ron Howard was brought on board, which nobody had a problem with because Ron Howard is an incredible director, fantastic director. So I knew that it's in good hands. My initial thought was when they first cast Alden Ehrenreich, I don't know, because I had always said, and a lot of other people had always said, that the only person to play Han Solo was Anthony Ingruber. And if you don't know who Anthony Ingruber is, I'll stick a link down in the description of his YouTube video where he done a Han Solo impersonation from the first film. Spot on he was, facial expressions, mannerisms, fantastic. And we thought, yeah, who else could possibly play him? Plus also, Anthony also played a young Harrison Ford in a movie as well. So that was the logical choice. So, and I wasn't familiar with Alden at all. I know he was in a Coen film. I think he was in one of the Coen brothers. But no, didn't know anything about him. So yes, I'll leave judgment until after I've seen the film. Because I'm not going to diss him before I've actually seen him in action. Also, Donald Glover, Lando Calrissian. I always kind of thought, yeah, he would do a good Lando. I mean, I love Donald Glover from Community. He was fantastic in that. Some of the other cast I'm not too sure of. Paul Bettany, Woody Harrelson are kind of like unusual choices because they're big, massive, established actors. But then again, when Star Wars came out, we had like Alec Guinness and Peter Cushing, who were legends when Star Wars came out. So we shall see. Alden Ehrenreich has signed up to play Han Solo for 3 films. So whether it's going to be 3 solo movies or whether it's going to be just the character. So because I think this is going to go the same way that the Marvel movies have gone. So I think that's what they're thinking with the anthology movies, that they're going to link them all together. So we'll see. The next anthology movie is Obi-Wan. That was going to be called Kenobi, but I think they're calling it Obi-Wan, a Star Wars story now. So if they don't get Ewan McGregor, then I don't know who would play Obi-Wan. So he's the logical choice. Plus, Ewan McGregor was actually spotted at the premiere, the world premiere of Solo. So you never know. And that's in 2020. But I mean, if they're going to do this with all these anthologies, they could do it for all of the characters, couldn't they? I mean, personally, I'd love to see a Darth Vader story. A dedicated Darth Vader story. Or a Boba Fett story. I'm not too sure on a Jar Jar. We might sort of like leave that one. There are so many character movies which you can see happening. One day down the road, we might even get an IG-88 movie. Who knows? So anyway, I'm going to stop waffling because I've got about another 20 minutes. People are actually starting to arrive outside the cinema. Now, I'm in the big screen number 1, and I think at the moment there's only about 7 tickets sold. And even on the midnight screenings last night, which my buddy Lewis went to, I don't think there was that many sold. Not like when I went to Rogue One a couple of years ago, where the place was heaving and every single seat was sold out. I don't think Solo is attracting the big numbers that the previous Star Wars films have. I don't know if it's anything to do with Alden Ehrenreich or the fact that some people are actually pissed off with Star Wars, because a lot of people didn't like Last Jedi, and I think that they might be boycotting this film as like an anti-Disney kind of gesture. But I hope not, because it's Star Wars, isn't it? It's Star Wars. Let's go and watch a Star Wars movie. So anyway, I'll see you after the movie, which is 2 hours and a quarter. So I'll see in about 3 hours' time. And we'll have a little non-spoiler chat about what I thought of the film. Right. Let's go and do this Kessel Run then. See you in a little while. Oh, here we go, view.
A few inches later.
Hi everyone, so just got out of the screening of Solo, a Star Wars story. So what did I think? Very good heist movie. Lots of action. Loved the beginning, the setup for Han, and the origins of this character, and seeing Corellia, and it's not a nice place to visit. But yeah, I really enjoyed the early setup. So the scene set on the KavaiX, the big train that you see in the trailers, was very thrilling. Fast action, lots of interactions with other characters, including the introduction of Enfisdes, I think the character's called. But yeah, really good, enjoyed that. Loved the first meeting between Han and Chewie, and how this all came about and how they become best buds. So yeah, great action, lots of beautiful cinematography, great locations. As for the characters themselves, Alden Ehrenreich did a really good job. I was well impressed. Takes a little bit of getting used to get into the character. You suddenly realise, hang on a minute, this ain't Harrison Ford. But yeah, he pulled it off. He did a really good job. Donald Glover nailed it. He nailed it as Lando. I don't think anybody could have done a better job. Chewbacca, of course, played by, I can't remember his name, Hunus something. But yeah, fantastic. This was basically a Chewie film, if you think about it. I think it's probably the most screen time Chewie's had in any Star Wars movie. So, well impressed. He's done a really good job with that. You wouldn't know that it's not Peter Mayhew in the costume. So, Hunus, whatever his name is, done a really good job. So hopefully they'll be using him again for the future. Some of the other characters, such as Tobias Beckett, played by Woody Harrelson, he did a good job. He did a good job. Nothing spectacular, but he did a really good job. Paul Bettany was, I think, underused. There could have been a lot more with Paul Bettany. But Emilia Clarke as Kira, she did a really good job. I believed in the relationship between Kira and Han, so yeah, both of them together did fantastic. One of my favourite characters of the whole film was L337, the new robot. Would love to have seen this character throughout the entire film. Totally underused. If you thought K2SO from Rogue One had a mouth on him and was sarcastic, then you haven't heard anything with L337. But as I say, totally underused. Also, the character of Rio Durant as well. which was the creature that you see in the trailer when he says, "Is that a Wookiee?" He's got 4 arms, but totally underused. It's a shame that a lot of these characters couldn't have been used for the entire film. So I'm a little bit upset that some of these characters we didn't see more of. Even though it's a 2 hour and 15-minute movie, you know, it was primarily, the whole thing was primarily based around this kind of like Han, Chewie, and Beckett with a bit of Kira. So it's a shame. But I don't know whether or not we'll ever see those characters again. Some we might not. The Millennium Falcon, we didn't get to see too much of. We saw more of the Falcon in the YouTube TV spots, such as when Lando shows you the cape room and the kitchen and the bedroom and all that. You see more of that on a YouTube video than you actually do in the film, which is a little bit off-putting because there's so little we see of the actual Falcon itself. How would I rate it? Okay, so it's a standalone Star Wars film, same as Rogue One, part of the anthology series. Is it as good as Rogue One? No, not by a mile. Rogue One is spectacular. This is good. This is a good heist adventure movie introducing these characters. And yes, I definitely will buy the Blu-ray or the Steelbook when it comes out, and I'll probably see it again, maybe in 3D next time, because I only saw it in 2D. So yeah, a really good effort, a really good film. So if you like heist movies with a bit of Western in it and a little bit of space exploration and that kind of thing, then definitely this is the film that you want to see. So it's a good two and a bit hours, but I won't rank it up there with Rogue One. So I enjoyed myself. I went in with high expectations, and it fulfilled my expectations of what I thought this film was going to be, but it still left me wanting more, but a little bit disappointed that certain things didn't happen and we didn't see more of certain locations and characters. So I would rate this at 4 big Paulies. Yeah, so that's my review of Solo: A Star Wars Story. So I hope you enjoyed it. Stick down in the comments if you've seen the movie, what you thought of the movie, or if you're going to see it. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you all on the next video. Bye!